Are you experiencing extra-dimensional hazards or supernatural manifestations? Have you encountered strange phenomena or otherworldly events that cannot be explained? Whether it's ghosts or goblins, bogies or ghouls, whatever bumps in the night may be terrorizing you, it may be time to call Grave and Busters. Tonight, Grave and Busters star in There's Something About Brian.
As Brian Nelson stands up, conscious again, and says, "A choo-choo train!" And you zap Brian Nelson with this wand, and you watch as the life is drained out of him.
He jumps in front of it.
He arches his back as like okay. Do you want to do a confessional?
Yeah.
Okay. You've been saving it to save him.
Good job, Mr. President. Okay. and she'll jump and leap and hit by the. Oh wait, how do I do this ahead of time? I mean, oh well, at least I know I survive.
Where's your ghost?
Oh no!
Where's your nail salon lady?
I mean, this was a 6 tech thing. It's pretty powerful. He said. It's up to you.
Well, the life force goes into it, so he's not dead.
Yeah.
Maybe you can put him in a new body.
You can put in a new body.
You can put him in Brian Nelson.
No, wait a second.
All right, what do you do?
You know, in that moment, I saw him standing up. I saw him accessing one of his index cards and picking one to read. And I knew I could do it. I knew I could stop it from happening. But I really want my friend Sheila to win this race. So I didn't. I just stood there and watched.
Just so your confessional is JK.
Yeah.
What a twist.
Okay. In an alternate reality, Ange makes the sacrifice and jumps in front of this wand, and the wand strikes her in the chest and begins to zap the energy out of her. And you guys all think she's dead, but her smoldering body rises up, and she reaches into her jacket pocket and pulls out a charred Dr. Pepper can that absorbs the entire
Wait, let's
blast.
Go to that reality.
Nope.
Let's go to that one.
Instead,
No way.
Brian Nelson's eyeballs burst inside of his own skull as he is just his skin just peels off, and his soul, he's just sucked, his bones just like drop down into the wet sand, and he has just sucked. He's screaming bloody murder. He's looking out at Ange saying, "You could have saved me!" And he is just sucked into this wand. Mary Sue, you fall down onto the sand with this wand that is now just steaming with the soul of Brian Nelson trapped inside.
Confessional.
Okay.
It was so sad to see him go. You know, he was one of my closest friends. You know, we were always so close. You know, we had so many memories. And, you know, he told me as he was dying that he thinks that everybody should vote for me. And I would be such a wonderful mayor. And, you know, I hope I don't let him down. I hope I don't let him down. And then I look into the light for a second and try to make a tear come down, and it doesn't work. I miss him so much. That's the confessional.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are gathered around the charred remains of Brian Nelson. These two ghosts are on the top of this overturned train. They look at Mary Sue, tries to zap him with the wand, and they don't like that. So the lightning one bolts down and kind of streaks across the sands towards you guys. The thunder one kind of slowly hops down from this train and starts making its way over towards you guys. What do you do?
He starts blowing up a balloon.
Okay, roll tech. We'll see which one, which balloon.
No.
Oh yeah. Okay, well,
All
you
right,
try as you might. Start. You can use a card if you want.
Yeah, take your credit card. Hey,
Sure.
there you go.
Yeah.
That is fair. Describe the mostly positive result, but you must include a negative or funny effect.
I had zero plan for this. Steve reaches into the bag of balloons and pulls out one that doesn't have holes in it,
hmm
and he presses his mustard-stained lips to the balloon.
It's now a water balloon of mustard. You're just regurgitating.
Yeah, you know
them.
what? That's pretty Christian. Steve blows up the balloon, and as the lightning god is heading towards Mary Sue, he pricks it with the pin, and it pops, and it distracts him, and he turns and looks at Steve, thinking
Okay.
that it was the thunder god.
Oh.
Oh.
Just as it's about to lunge at you, it hears a booming sound and thinks it's the Thunder Ghost and diverts real quick to the left and jumps towards Steve Butts instead. What's everybody else doing? Rhett?
I'm doing my stretches because I'm about to lunge at this thing.
Okay. Which one? Thunder or lightning?
Lightning.
You see Steve distracts the lightning one, and the lightning one is now standing over Steve, ready to attack him. So what are you doing?
It's clobbering time.
All right. What are you doing specifically?
I'm going to tackle him. Take him to the
All right.
ground. Smash
Roll
his head
athletics. 3.
No.
Not great. The GM decides your fate, but you may give him a chance to suggest a single positive but minor effect. You run to tackle this thing. Jesus, Shadow.
What do I do?
I don't know. Something loud. You run to tackle this thing, and it just like effortlessly sidesteps you, and you are charging head first with your fists out, and instead you run straight into the thunder one, which very effortlessly stops you in your tracks and lets out one of its thunderous roars, and you just go flying across the sand and collide with the nose of the overturned train. And you're gonna roll 3 stress.
Oh.
Oh no, you could die. You only have 3 left.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
That's a 2.
Oh no.
That's it, right?
No, he's because
No,
Isn't that 2 the number of dice you rolled?
No, 1 is the number of dice.
1.
2 is just 2.
All right, Rhett, what are you losing? You only have 3 left.
I'm leaving
No.
athletics.
Okay, good
One
idea.
One athletics.
How are we gonna roll 5 more franchise dice with
I don't
these
know.
stats?
We just got to start saying things that make us roll.
This is how. This is
This could be our first fail.
Season finale, baby.
this is where. This is.
I still have
If
a
I do
little bit in my tech.
Steve reaches into his pocket and pulls out a packet of strawberry jelly and and offers it to the lightning ghost who's hovering over him.
Okay. the the lightning ghost is standing over you. You're handing it a what? Jelly?
Yeah, packet of strawberry jelly.
Smuckers.
Okay, roll contact.
Oh, I still have one in contact. Ooh,
6.
Good.
We love that.
That's 12 out of 15. Okay, what happens?
Steve's trembling hand holds the packet of jelly. The lightning ghost looks at Steve and then looks down at his hand and gently picks up the jelly, opens the packet, and squeezes it into his mouth. And then the lightning ghost reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a yo-yo that says lightning ghost for mayor and hands it to Steve.
Okay.
Oh, this bitch is going down.
This is the worst swag I've ever seen. Yo-yos and umbrellas.
That's why he's trying to kill his competition.
Okay, so this thing at least momentarily friends with Steve. A shaky alliance hands him a yo-yo and wants his endorsement.
Actually, I was planning on voting for Shannon.
Whoa. All right, he takes the yo-yo back,
I paid a lot of money for these.
rips the loop at the end of it, rips it sideways, and starts to strangle you with the string of the yo-yo. Probably the worst thing you could have said in the moment.
He's not even using his powers. Just
No, he's just furious. So you guys look up and you see Steve being strangled by a lightning ghost with a yo-yo.
I try to beat it off of him with the one of my umbrellas. I have to save one of my voters.
Roll athletics.
All right, I'm gonna borrow from the gym.
Okay. Did you want to add one of those blanks, Rodney, with your 6?
Oh, this one was particularly competitive.
Okay. That's a 5 for Shannon for trying to beat it with the umbrella. So 5 is good. Discard the result, gain franchise die.
All right, I gotta save a voter, so I leap to Steve's defense, and I start just like hitting it in the face, so that way it gets away from him. And I shout, "I would never let one of my voters and constituents down."
Okay, you start.
And some people in the end around like, "Oh yeah, you know that's great."
That guy from earlier with the severed arm takes his just starts clapping with his severed arm against his with the severed hand against his remaining hand. Shannon, you start beating this. Yes.
Oh, this is just to add to that. And then when the flyers that Mary Sue brought from earlier were everywhere now after the explosion of the train.
Oh yeah, so it's raining vote for Shannon around this place. Okay, Shannon, you start beating this lightning ghost, which looks great for you. Everybody's clapping. Vote for Shannon's Rain from the Sky. You are being recorded, and this is going to air on national TV.
He switches his GoPro view to watch Shannon beat the ghost.
Mm-hmm. You guys look over, and this thing, which has been mostly spectral, and kind of just shows like hints of its complete form with like the bolts of lightning. It, as Shannon beats it, every time she hits it, it is just like more and more visible. Every time she whacks it, another bolt of lightning courses through it and reveals its shape, and it looks weak.
All right, Ange reaches over to a sleeping Officer Pennybottom.
Huh?
Nope.
No.
No, he's asleep. She takes his gun and just starts unloading into the ghost.
Okay.
I'm still being strangled here.
I'm wanting to make his weakness bullets.
Okay. By the way, everybody remember, when you're like desperate like this and you're taking cards from the bank and stuff like that and you have almost no rolls, you all have your special talent. And if you do something that involves your talent, you get a +1. So you don't always have to borrow from the bank, or you can add that to something you borrow from the bank, you know. You can just buff it. So that's when that is very useful. Okay, roll athletics as you try to hit this thing.
Okay, I'm taking a gym die.
Okay.
Yes!
Okay.
I got a 5.
That's a 5.
Which means I get to add that his weakness is bullets.
Which means...
So she unloads six shots. Boom, 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 boom. And 3 of them hit the Thunder Ghost, and 2 of them hit the Lightning Ghost, and then 1 of them hits Steve Butt's ankle.
Is good ankle or is bad ankle?
I'm gonna say his bad one.
Okay. So his bad one, which recently he felt like for the first time started getting better. As soon as he developed his condiment packet habit, it seems his ankle was starting to feel a little bit better for the first time in many months. And you just shred it with a bullet straight through. You hit the lightning ghost 2 times, and this thing crackles with lightning energy, like more intense than you've seen it so far, and it roars up into the sky in a bolt of lightning, streaks out from its mouth up into the sky as rain pours down on top of it, and it just falls down to its knees and falls onto its chest, and it is just smoldering. Steam's rising from it, and it is not moving.
Looks like you just lost the primary.
Yeah.
Some, you hear a voice of Brian Nelson say, "I'm proud of you for that one."
The electric ghost was the green candidate for mayor.
The Thunder Ghost, you pop a couple times, 3 times in its sort of chest area, and it was not wounded. It was not being taken care of like the lightning one was. So it was not as vulnerable, but now it is. It looks pretty weak, but it roars, and more of those sort of waves of energy burst out. You guys all get knocked down again, and it starts charging right towards you, Ange. Looks like it's on its last legs here.
I'm gonna try to trip it with its friend's yo-yo.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are you gonna throw the other end of the yo-yo to somebody else to try to string across it, or are you gonna try to wrap its ankle?
I'm going to work with my friends and cooperate with them.
All right, which friend?
Steve
What do you
Butts.
need? I'm just laying here, so that's fine.
Okay. Shannon and Steve both roll athletics.
That might be a problem.
And I get an extra because I'm being cooperative, right?
Yes. That is a 5 for Steve. Well, first with the throw, that's a 4, which is fair. The throw to you. She's throwing. She's probably holding onto the rope end and throwing the yo-yo to you. So, describe the mostly positive results of your throw, but you must include something negative or humorous. Shannon.
All right. I try the first time, and I actually just like hit myself in the face with it, but then I brush it off and hope that nobody noticed.
All right, it is on being streamed, or not streamed, but it's being filmed.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm
everybody's
hoping
gonna see
people don't pick up on it.
And you have a black eye now.
So embarrassing.
The yo-yo hits me in the ankle and wraps around my leg.
I was thinking.
All right, you catch it with your
I'm
ankle.
not a willing participant at all. It just secures around my leg after it smashes. It just shatters my shot ankle.
So the 15th franchise die out of 15. Your final one is Steve catching the end of this yo-yo, wrapping it around his shattered ankle, which is just oozing blood at this point. And you pull tight, Steve. You make a tourniquet for yourself, actually. This thing ties around your ankle, helps stop the intense flow of blood, and this thunder ghost trips and falls over it, and its shadow, well, it doesn't really cast a shadow, but it is looming over Rhett, dressed as the thing from Fantastic Four. Rhett, you look up as this thing is now tripping and falling straight towards you.
There it is.
All right, you get, unless do you want to do anything?
I put my arms out.
Okay.
I'm
You
not-
soften the blow. You catch this thing as it slams you onto the ground. But it slams so hard against your genuine rock costume that it is just out for the count. And you roll out from underneath it. You're trapped underneath it right now, but it's done.
Use the net.
Mary Sue,
Yes.
what are you up to?
Mary Sue takes the wand that has the soul of Brian Nelson and points it at the lifeless body to try and put it
Nothing
back.
left. This is gonna be
It's just a pile of ash and
Oh.
bones. Yeah.
Okay, well, she's gonna put it into then one of the demons.
One of the demons that you just killed?
Here we go again.
Is there anything around here that has a
Lot of corpses.
I
That has
the
a
idea,
what?
I like the idea of Brian Nelson reanimating, but he's like inside out and
Like a Galaxy
That's what I was
Quest.
trying to do. I just need a body. Oh,
Shadow,
I know.
did you just ask if there's any bodies around?
I want like a body that matters, not one of these dead people. How about okay? This is gonna be this is what it's gonna do.
All right.
All right. Mary Sue points the wand at Rhett, and instead of it releasing into Rhett, it's the Thing costume that now is reanimated as Brian Nelson.
Yay!
Right inside of it.
Okay.
So, but Casey's inside. I mean, Rhett is inside Brian.
Oh. Hi, Brian.
Okay.
Brian, is that you?
These are all terrible.
He's looking up train puns.
I'm gonna pick a random one, no matter how bad. Here we go. Somebody give me a number 1 to 60.
60.
Oh my! There's
60.
60 of them.
60.
All right, it's bad. All right, there's a moment of silence, suspense, as you guys are eager to see if Mary Sue's plan worked. Rhett, you're lying down, and you kind of hear whispers stirring throughout your Thing costume, and you finally hear it say, "I was gonna ask the conductor a question when he walked by, but I was too afraid to ask."
Oh, get this thing off of me!
Suck his soul back in, Mary Sue.
All right, you scurry out of this. You scurry out of this Thing costume. It is now fully animated, without a head. Oh, actually, no, it would have a head. I kept picturing just your head sticking out of there, like the shoulders. This Michael Chiklis Thing from the first Fantastic Four.
It's like no
Looks-
eyes or anything behind
Yeah, looks at Mary Sue and gives her a thumbs up. Goes over to Ange and gives her a hug, and then it just runs. Or it hops on the push cart, whatever you call it, hand car, and on its own just beast modes this thing and just starts riding off down the tracks into the night on its own. The last we ever see of Brian Nelson. That's the
Not
thing.
running from air.
Yeah,
In
what
this
do you mean?
season,
Hardly knew you.
Brian Nelson will return in season 4.
Okay, you guys.
I need medical attention.
Yeah, some paramedics come over and help all of you. You all need it. Everybody's basically holding on for life
Actually,
here.
not that bad.
You're not that
Me
bad.
too.
A lot of you are pretty rough though, and the two of you who don't need immediate medical attention, you grab your nets and you get the thunder and lightning ghost, scoop them up. Anybody want to do anything before we cut away from here?
I flex as I get them.
Okay.
Make sure the people see.
Brian Nelson's still. Oh wait, no, he's dead. I don't know why. I just imagined him being alive again. I was going to put my number in.
He's
his phone.
alive.
Well, his soul is alive.
Yeah, but am I as interested?
Maybe.
More
He's
interesting.
pretty buff like you.
it's Michael Chiklis.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I'll find his phone and put my number in it.
Okay, Jesus. It's got to be a log, and that's like incest.
I don't think it is.
It is.
Masturbation.
You're fucking yourself. Okay. Shannon and Ange, you guys head back to Grave and Busters as everybody else is being carted off on stretchers. Anybody who needs it. What machine do you guys put the Thunder and Lightning Ghost into?
So we just throw them in the trash. I need these losers.
There is
around.
that one that you hold on to the two handles and it electrocutes you.
Oh yeah,
Remember that
that's
one?
the one for sure.
Oh.
It has to be that.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I don't know what it's called, but okay. You shove them into that machine. We're going to go and say it is a week later. It's election day. This is it.
This is it.
This is it. Everybody, for the most part, is healed back up, except for Steve, who's never going to recover fully. And you guys are back at the Grave and Busters office. There is like a crowd in the strip mall parking lot, which is usually pretty empty here. And there is a big podium that's been set up. Not a podium, a big like stage and big platform thing. Yeah, and there's just like crowds of people in front of it. There is some sort of other elected official who's up there on the mic talking to the crowd. You guys are watching through the Grave and Busters windows. And Steve, you are in your office by yourself. And you are on the phone with Fred Bones' lackey, that guy that Ange has been terrorizing from far before, long before.
Oh, the one from who crashed the truck in the
Mhm.
water park episode? Okay.
Yep, the nerdy guy. He says, "Hey, you've been dodging our calls. Not very smart of you. Well, we told you. You need to decide, because Fred, Mr. Bones, he's not going to stand for this much longer. He's getting pretty impatient, so he needs an answer, one way or the other.
I'm handicapped.
I don't care. You don't think I'm handicapped? You know what it's like looking like this?"
Put Fred on the phone.
Steve.
Fred? It's been a long time coming. Look, I just need a little more time.
No more time. This is it.
I have a TV show.
I don't care about the show. Listen, I need a yes or no. Either sell me the business, close down the business, and come work for me, or don't. And we'll see what happens.
Well, you said that you would break my legs.
Yep.
I don't think they could get much worse.
We'll see.
Oh, okay. Fine. It's yours.
Great. You're gonna come work for me? That was part of the deal.
Fred arranges a car to come pick up Steve.
Okay.
Steve hangs up the phone
Okay.
and limps past the commotion in the lobby, trying to not be seen.
Okay, they all see you, for sure. You're very slow. Car that says Mr. Inc. pulls up in the front and beeps a couple times.
Hey,
The guy's like,
Butts.
hey,
Hey, Butts, come over here. We're going to have a thing for the campaign. You're one of my best voters, and, you're my boss, and I love to see you here.
He looks to his left and looks to his right, caught in the choice of the moment.
I really appreciate that you hired all of us. It's been a great time so far. We're like a family here.
Daddy.
Jesus. After you say we're like a family here, you hear from the front of the store, from just outside, that same guy that he was just on the phone with yells, "Steve, since you sold your business and betrayed your friends, you're coming to work for us now. Hop in."
Steve puts his head down and limps towards the car.
Sorry, what?
Is that true?
I'm sorry, what?
He's in the car, he left.
Okay. All right. The car speeds off with Steve in tow. You see him through the back window. What does Steve look like right now? Is he looking through the back, or is his head turned facing
He
forward?
turns his head around and looks at them, and they see him squirting great.
No.
Hard times.
Okay. Steve speeds off. DW Cobb is there. He says, "Well, looks like he tried to sell you guys out, quite literally. But that's okay, because I own half the business, more than half the business. He should probably read what he signs more often. The show is mine, and if you read the contract, you'd see that I own 51% of grave&bustrs now. So don't you worry, we're staying open. However, I did sell you. I sold you to MTV. So I'm out of here. It's been nice doing business with you, but, it wasn't very lucrative anymore. Brad, I don't know if you want to stay, if you want to go.
Am I just staying here?
It's up to you."
Well, I mean, I feel like this is my family now. I think I have to stay. I've gotten so close to these people over the past few weeks. I tell you what.
I don't even think half of them know your name, to be frank, but
Like I said,
you.
Brad,
we're like a family.
I will miss you.
A very extended family.
I will miss you, Brad.
I'll miss you too. Corn on the cob.
Oh, you
All the laughs we share together.
That's right. Well, I got a campaign to focus on. Anyway, a rep from MTV will be coming down to you guys soon. So, good luck.
Anne reaches into her purse and
Mhm.
pulls out a title placard that you put on a desk, and it just says Ange Fulton, CEO. And she
Okay.
smiles.
Who is the new human resources manager?
Who knows? We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Shannon. Well, you might be the mayor in a second. We'll see.
I could do both.
Okay.
I want to be HR.
Well, Mary Sue, you were bummed out for about half a second that your daddy, Steve Jobs, left you, and you plop down at your computer as you're kind of sitting there looking out the window at the crowd in the front. Your computer starts to kind of spaz out again, and just as it does, you get a phone call. It's the office phone right in front of you.
Hello.
I know what you did. And then the phone hangs up.
Was that Fred Bones?
And your computer goes back to normal. Meanwhile, Shannon, you make your way through the crowd towards the front of this stadium. Stands, whatever. You're there. Hody the Clown is there. Kevin is there. Junior is there. A few other people who we have not met are there. Sheila is there. D.W. Cobb is there.
Brian.
The hillbilly is there.
Brian Nelson in a thing.
The Thane Brian Nelson costume is there. And the dog-loving hillbilly is there.
Oh my god.
Rest him.
Like a marching band playing badly.
Yep. That elected official from before this guy, he is up on the stage, and he says, "The votes have been tallied. Drum roll." Honestly, I think I'm going to roll for it.
Yeah. It's more exciting.
12 candidates.
Yeah.
How many candidates are there?
Can we vote to influence the odds?
Yes, I want everybody. Hold on. Let me get a list.
Secret ballots.
Hold on. Hody, the hillbilly, Junior, Kevin, D.W. Cobb, Shannon, Brian Nelson, and Sheila. Everybody.
I say put a
Wait, who's Sheila?
mark underneath.
she's my nurse technician.
Oh, right.
Everybody type who you want to endorse.
Publicly or privately?
You can do it privately.
Oh, too late.
Well, I mean,
That
it
was
is what the law
obvious.
is.
There's so many good options.
They really are.
Where's Walker?
Oh, Lily, to be
Fuck
honest.
Walker.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All right. Random.org. Here we go. Well,
I say roll it.
that's what I'm thinking.
I think it'd be better for us all to find.
Okay.
Here we go.
You guys hear the drum roll. Everybody give me a drum roll. And everybody give me a drum roll.
I'm trying. It's not picking it up.
Oh.
Type your keys.
And this guy says, "The next mayor of Pepper Pond is..."
It's Kevin, right?
It's Kevin.
Oh, man.
God.
So close.
Who voted him?
2 people did.
Kevin says, "My name's Keith." Kevin looks shocked, and he makes his way up to the stage with everybody in the crowd cheering for him. As he stands up to the microphone, everybody starts chanting speech. Oh, jeez, I really didn't expect this. Wow. Mayor Kevin. Well, maybe later you guys can all come over tonight and we can have like a celebration. Yeah, the crowd just completely disperses, and you leave Kevin talking to himself, talking with himself in the mic. Just Kevin and Brian Nelson Thane. Last one left in the crowd. Elsewhere, Brad, you walk into the back cages, those old tech cages where you guys keep all your stuff.
Man,
in the back of the
really,
office.
I think for wrenches back here.
You're looking over one of these wrenches, and the back door to the office opens up behind you, and you're kind of just still looking at the wrench, distracted by it. You hear the door. Everybody's focusing on the mayor stuff going on through the front windows. And you hear the door behind you open and close, and you are just your back turned to it, and you're looking at the wrench.
Hello?
As you start to turn around, you feel a sharp pain in your lower back, and you start coughing up blood. Blood is just running down your chin. You drop the wrench onto the ground. It clatters on the ground, and you scream for help. You yell to your friends.
Again?
And everybody hears Brad in the back of the cages yell, "Help me!" But you guys all know that Brad has been just bullshitting all of you this entire time.
I'm really hurt this time, guys.
Rhett, you hear that? You don't believe it, Rhett. You hear him yelling.
Absolutely not.
He's done
Rhett,
that.
What's his name again?
please. Mr. B is dying for reals this time, guys.
You drop to your knees and then onto your back as blood just starts pooling beneath you.
We'll pray for you.
These heavy boots walk confidently through your pool of blood as the life leaves Brad's body. These boots step through the pile of blood and reach down at that wrench, which is now soaked in blood, and a hand picks up this wrench and raises up to their face. And what do they see, Buck?
A cornrowed, punk-looking form of Dimitri picks up the wrench, and he says, "So tell me, what's become of my arcade?" And he takes a big old bite of a tuna mayo sandwich.
Ew.
It drips down his chin.
This concludes tonight's episode of Grave and Busters.